06. Rabbits, carrots, and seeds of power. Let's see. What are you doing here in the first place? Here. Bunny girl took out a carrot and thrust it at me. Carrots? What's this? It's Yoda's carrot, isn't it? Emily came up behind me. My carrot? I looked again at the carrot she held out to me. It looks like the carrot I bought at Elsa's store, the one I dropped off at the Telluride basement level. I could see it, but I could not be sure. I asked Emily if she was sure. Is it? The aroma and the color are it. They are Yoda's carrots. Yoda's carrots. Yoda carrots, the bunny girl mumbled. That sounds like a breed, the bunny girl mumbled. It can be that way. What do you mean? There are artisans out there who hunt certain monsters all the time. There are also artisans who hunt certain monsters all the time, and those who only drop items that other people don't produce very often sometimes have their names on things. Yes, I can understand that. I know that, because things often have the producer's name on them. I understand that, but, I saw a bunny girl. What does it matter if it's a carrot I brought back from the dungeon? I love carrots. Great carrot? Rabbit, I love carrots. He nodded his head and looked at me with a straight face. And now I realize. The bunny ears that seem to be growing out of the bunny girl's head are real bunny ears. When she said, "Carrots are so cute," the bunny girl's ears twitched. At that moment, my eyes were excited like a child who has won a toy, and the bunny ears wiggled in tandem with it. The girl dressed as a bunny girl was a real rabbit. This world still seems to be deep. Inside the house, a bunny girl named Eve stood beside Emily, staring at her as she cooked. She peels the carrots first, like this. After peeling, we slice them and cut them into thin strips. Noodles. Yes, sir. Now you have carrot noodles. Boil them for 10 seconds and let them heat through just enough to keep them crunchy. Oh. Now chop the carrot leaves, stir-fry them with the meat, season to taste, and thicken with potato starch. Pancake. Finally, mix it with the carrot noodles. 3-color pancake carrot noodle soup. Whoa, 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 whoa. The bunny girl's eyes sparkled. The three of us ate the food that was prepared in such a short time. I was a little apprehensive about the carrot noodles until I tried them, but that was all gone the moment I slurped and bit into one bite. There was none of the carrot smell that I had been preparing myself for, only a nice sweetness. The texture was reminiscent of crunchy thin noodles. The starchy sauce also matched the noodles perfectly thanks to the use of carrot leaves, and the gentle taste spread from my tongue to the rest of my body. I was so happy. Along with the deliciousness, my whole body was filled with an unexpected happiness. This is delicious. I'm glad it suits your palate. This is not just good for your taste buds, this is delicious, very delicious. It's not just good for the palate, it's delicious, it's delicious. 980 euros a glass. It's a realistic price tag. It's more than that. Eve and I were raving about the food, and we were eating it at a rapid pace. Emily was extremely shy and didn't eat much, probably because we both praised the food so highly. Eve looked at her greedily. She looked at her portion hungrily, sssshhhh. Oh, are you going to eat this too? Yes, I'll have some. Emily gave her her portion. Eve looked extremely happy as she gobbled her portion. Are you sure? Yes, it is. I'm glad you like it. I see. I looked at Eve, who was eating deliciously. We met in the dungeon, and then suddenly she came. I thought she was a strange girl, but she was starting to look kind of cute. I was so happy to see her, he said. I don't like low levels, she said. You don't have to chop me as often as you remember. She looked dissatisfied, but ate all of Emily's food, and at the end of the meal, she said, "Thanks for the food," with her hands clasped together. The next day, on this day, we came to Nihanium. With high expectations, we headed for the second basement floor. After walking for a while, I encountered a monster. The monsters on the second basement were zombies. They were dressed in the same tattered clothes as the skeletons, and their bodies were rotting here and there. Zombies, just as we had heard. The dungeons of Nifonium had already been investigated by other people, and information had been shared. The names and characteristics of the monsters were also shared and disclosed, as well as the drops that were of most interest to the producers, the adventurers. The dead monster, a zombie, appeared just as the information indicated. It is good that they appeared at. Geez. I feel like I'm being watched. They are staring at me from the shadows. I turn around and see that it is hiding, but its ears are sticking out. Her rabbit ears are flopping around. It's Eve. Hey, what are you doing in there? No answer, but the rabbit's ears are still visible. It's hard to tell if she's really trying to hide or not. While I was thinking that, a zombie attacked me. It groaned and swung its rotting arm at me. I was too distracted to duck in time. I catch it with my bamboo spear. Boom, boom, boom. The bamboo spear Emily had given me broke in half. Oh my god, my weapon. The next moment, just as I was wondering what to do, Eve appeared in front of me. She had been hiding in the distance right behind me, but in an instant, she appeared in front of me. Eve stepped in between me and the zombie and swung her sword at it. The zombie was shattered. How can a chop shatter a zombie? And it's not even bone. I lunged at him. Eve swung one vertical chop, and instead of being cut in half or broken into pieces, the zombie was shattered. What the hell did you just do? 100 chops in 1 second. You chopped him into little pieces. He's doing it to the carrots. That was 100 chops. 101, to be exact. Fine. It's the last one. Eve stared at me with a straight face as I rambled on grandly. I was so excited that Eve stared at me with a straight face. What? Why? No carrot drop here. Oh, really? For a moment, I thought something was wrong, that there was something I didn't know about the second basement of Nihanium, but it wasn't that. Eve was thinking about the carrots. She was thinking about the carrots. Carrot people go back to carrots. That's not the right way to put it. Rabbit, I want a carrot. Why don't you just go to the store? I want your carrots. He looked up at me with moist eyes and appealed to me. I was like, I thought that the gesture was cute, and also I had an evil imagination with, I want to eat your carrots. In a double sense, I said, I don't want them to realize both, especially the latter. I have to fake it. I said, okay, I'll be there later. I'll be there later. Later? Later. Okay. Eve seemed reluctantly convinced, turned and walked away. She stopped and came back to me. What's wrong? He gave me a little nudge, right on the forehead. I hate low levels. Don't bother coming back. I really hate you. You hate me so much. After a few moments, Eve left the room. I stared at the broken bamboo spear. I'm out of weapons, but I'll manage to kill one zombie and then go home. I have SHP, so I should be able to handle it. The skeleton on the first basement floor dropped a seed that increases HP. What about the zombie here? That's what I want to know. I walked around the dungeon. After about a minute, I ran into another zombie. I braced myself and confronted the zombie. I went at it with my bare hands. He hit me a few times, but surprisingly it didn't hurt, so I decided it was okay and hit him without dodging. I wish I had a weapon. I would like to have a long-range combat weapon because fisticuffs are dangerous. I used to be a gunner or a wizard or something like that in video games. I fought with these thoughts in mind. After I landed a few good shots, the zombies fell, disappeared, and the seeds dropped. A seed dropped. It had the same shape as the zombie on the upper floor, only a different color. I picked it up. I heard a mysterious voice saying, "Your power has increased by 1." I heard a mysterious voice saying, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa." I also heard a rabbit's voice. He hadn't left yet,